Gundur sat motionless in the small, makeshift command tent of the Dunedain army. The cacophony of death and destruction beyond the tent barely registered in his mind, and he just sat and stared. There were two others with him, but none spoke. The air in that place was as heavy as the mood. Just then the tent flap burst open, and the three men were roused from their stupor by the assault on their senses from the man that entered. He did not yet speak, but took a moment to catch his breath and wipe the worst of the orc filth from his sword and shield. Gundur looked over the tall man standing before him, and he could see the lines of concern on his face. He saw through the facade of command and strength that the man wore. The newcomer was first to break the silence, and in a low voice he murmured, "The orcs are routed completely. I have posted sentries at each gate. The camp is ours, for now." He took a seat at the head of the small table in the center of the tent and began to pore over the maps and pictograms before him, each symbol denoting enemy troop movements and army types. Gundur had looked over the same maps already. He had spoken with the scouts as well, and he knew what all four men in that tent now knew. The expedition was doomed. "We have to get him back." The voice that spoke was hoarse and broken, and the man that carried it looked no better. Faramir raised his head and looked at each man in the tent. "We cannot leave his body here in this accursed place. Not to those beasts baying at the door." "What would you have me do, brother?" said Boromir from the head of the table. "Have you been out amongst the men? There is no fight left in them. Their hope, their courage, it's gone. Died with the king. We make north then. Push the men for Feng'Gador. We have to get back to Gondor and let the people know of his sacrifice. We owe it to his memory to ensure he does not rot in a pit in Gorgoroth. We have to try, Boromir." "Faramir is right," spoke Heirluin from the far side of the tent. Gundur had not known Heirluin long, as the man had been in western Gondor until only recently. He was a tall man and very fair. He wore deep green robes that stood him and his men apart from the black and white of the rank and file. His command of his cavalry had earned him great respect, and Gundur was thankful to have him here. "We cannot sit here crying over what might have been like widows in the wake of a war. Aragorn must be returned to Minas Tirith, and we owe it to his faithful out there to try and get each one of them home. They all followed our king because they believed in his message. They believed in the peace that he promised, and it is now our duty to ensure they do not pay for that longing hope." Boromir stood and nodded. "So we shall," he said resolutely. "Faramir, send your scouts north immediately. I want a path picked through the plain right to the foot of Feng'Gador. Heirluin, have your men stir the rest of the camp. The green colours of Pinnith-Gelin distinguish themselves, and the men look up to yours. Go about the camp and rally them as best you can. And Gundur, prepare the king's procession. I will make word that you are in charge of the king's entourage, and I will see that no man hinders you. Whatever happens, you must get the king back to Minas Tirith." Word of the plan spread quickly among the men, and the sombre camp came to life in a flurry. As commanded, the green colours of Pinnith-Gelin could be seen all over the camp, with their banners caught in the smoke-filled breeze, standing defiant against the backdrop of smog. Gundur prepared a great cart to haul the king's coffin, and the remaining men of the Grey Company took up the guard, standing as great stones in the maelstrom of the camp activity. After only a short time, the army of the king was arrayed on the plain to the north of the camp. Gundur and his company was at their head, and Boromir climbed atop the cart with the banner of the king in his hand. He unfurled the mighty banner, and silence fell upon the gathered men. "Gondorians, Arnorians, brothers, I am under no illusion. I am not your king. I cannot stand here and muster you in the courage and strength that he could. I cannot lead you into the very flames of Angband and sing songs of our glory whilst we go, but I can lead you out. That is what I intend to do. I will not allow the memory of my king to be sullied by the filth of Mordor. I will not allow his body to be hewn and defiled by the beasts of this desolate place, and I will not stand idly by and let his men die whilst there is breath in my lungs. I have fought alongside each and every one of you, and I know that you will not allow this either. So gather your strength and gather your courage, for today we march north. We march not just for ourselves, but for every man, woman, and child in Gondor and in the north. We march to ensure that Aragorn's legacy continues. We march in defiance of Sauron's would-be victory, and most of all, we march for the freedom of our people. A great cheer erupted from the men at Boromir's words. He nodded to Heir Luin and seated away to the left, and the company of Pinath-Gelin gave each a long, clear blast of their horns. As the echo of the horns died down, Boromir raised the horn of Gondor to his lips and blew. The sound was like none the men had ever heard, and the fire was rekindled in their hearts. Boromir turned and raised his sword arm to the north. Gondor gave a crack of the reins, and the army of King Aragorn began its slow march north. The march home. We will get him home. My Gavan and Melonine, and well met indeed. I am Arya Galadurathan, and welcome back to Middle-earth. And may I just say, how bloody well timed was that? Did you catch that in the introduction? Totally unplanned. Serendipitous indeed. Welcome back to Middle-earth. Aragorn has just died. It took me about an hour and a half to write today's intro. I'm not 100% sure I'm still with it, but I was content by the end. But anyway, Aragorn's died, and we are damned well going to get Boromir and Faramir out of Mordor. But before we do that, we have to turn our attention to Gandalf the Grey, who is going to kick off the goblin scum and start earning us some real money up in the north, where we are hoping to cash cow the north as we prepare for war with Enedwaith, which will be much harder than Mordor in the grand scheme of things. Gandalf is attacked by Captain LeGuff, who does have some flame wranglers who we'll put down. There are a few Black Pit forces in amongst this horde, so it's not totally trash, but the bulk of it is trash, and even Black Pit run away when you hit them with Gandalf the Grey's cavalry might. Zagthak within the city's coming as well, and he's got 2 warg packs, so we've got to watch out for that. So, strap in. Gandalf is to be saved, and Boromir and Faramir are getting out of Mordor. But put all of that out of your mind for a moment, because I know it's totally unrelated to my channel, but I talk about it every year because I bloody love it. Can you believe, you out there listening in, the Eurovision Song Contest beckons. And for the first time in my entire life, since I've been watching Eurovision in about the early 2000s when I first started to really watch it, when I was about 10 or so, I actually like our song more than anybody else's in the competition, which has never happened in my life. And if you haven't heard the United Kingdom's entry, I would implore you to go and listen to it. Music is, of course, subjective, and if you listen to death metal all day long, you probably won't like it. But if you do want something new to listen to, then have a go with Sam Ryder's Spaceman, because it's absolutely fantastic. And aside from the war in Ukraine, which is going to mean that, unfortunately, whatever anyone else does, Ukraine is going to win. And obviously, I've used the word unfortunately. I don't really mean that. But us voting for them and them winning Eurovision isn't going to stop the war, is it? But in any event, Ukraine is going to win. So the rest of us can't. But I think we're in for a good shoe-in for coming second, which is our best result in 20 years. Almost to the day. We came second last in 2003, I believe. And then it's just been a downward spiral since then. Right, turning our attention to this battle, though. Apologies. I've absolutely loved the Spaceman song. I've listened to it almost non-stop since I heard it about 3 days ago, and I'm now having to force myself to stop listening to it so that I can enjoy the performance in 5 weeks or whenever Eurovision is. Anywho, we're being attacked from the front and the back. Zagthak's behind, the other guy's in front, so we want to pull up to a hill somewhere and face them both together. So there's this hill here, but it's not ideal because they're going to be right there, so we can't get into position here. We're going to lose some valuable archer time. And what about this one over here? There's a fantastic hill here, but the enemy's coming in there. I wonder if it's worthwhile. Can we actually stand on all of that? Yeah, you can. I wonder if it's worth defending here. I don't know exactly where the army coming in behind us is coming from. That's the problem. Problems. What about that hill over there? Well, that gives one of them the forest, which we can't allow. No. No. I think it's going to have to be this hill over here, isn't it? So pull everyone together. We'll work out where the enemy is, and then we'll set you all up.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Right. So coming in over there, and then they're coming in over there. That's not a problem. Is this even actually that good of a hill now that we've moved over here? I'm wondering about sandwiching us in a corner. My thinking is... yeah, as expected. Right, my thinking is... but then even then we're not using the hill properly, are we? Because then they've got this cover. What to do? No, stand atop this hill with the archer contingent. That army over there is going to reach us first. So block them off with that. We've got dwarves in our army today. Form a line there. That's not particularly good though, is it? Not in a particularly good position here. You guys stand like that. Keep your senses. Keep your senses. Right, sprint yourselves out there. The terrain here is all kinds of up and downy. So we're not getting a flat hill bonus really wherever we stand. Oh dear, my head is absolutely pounding. I cycle to work, something you may not know about me, but I cycle to work. And today it is absolutely torrential rain. I was going to say pissing it down, but then I didn't want to swear, but I've done it anyway. It's raining very heavily. And it's windy as well, and my head has taken a beating from that, and I'm sitting here thinking, God, my head is pounding. But I thoroughly enjoyed writing Aragorn's little message. I was in two minds about the Aragorn story. My first plan was to have Boromir be obstinate, and to have Gunda and Boromir clash heads, and then I had a line where Boromir was going to stand up and scream at Gunda, saying, "The king is dead, Gunda!" And then go from there and have the two of them argue over what they should do now, with Boromir sort of resigning himself to defending Urkestalad, and Gundor saying that's certain death and he's not following through with Aragorn's wishes and getting his body back to Minas Tirith. But then I thought, no, in this circumstance, without doing Boromir like super dirty, which we don't want to do, because Boromir's been a stalwart general in our campaign so far, I didn't want to do him dirty. And I didn't want to fall into the trope of, oh, Boromir hates Aragorn. Because in our universe, in this sort of secondary universe that we've created, Boromir doesn't hate Aragorn. So I wanted to do something a bit different, and that's why I settled on the, no, let's just do a heroic, let's get Aragorn's body back. Because let's be honest, we all want Aragorn's body to get back. We want to ensure that Eldarion can put his father to rest in honor. I didn't mention Forlong either, because Aragorn has just died, the king of the Reunited Kingdom. Compared to that, Forlong hasn't done anything. He spent most of his time under our Reunited Kingdom sitting in Cadasas doing sod all, getting even fatter than he already is. And I didn't think that really there was too much. I was going to possibly start it off with a sort of nod to the men of Lasarnak carrying Forlong through the camp, and like a little just nod to the fact that he died. But he's not really earned the right to be singled out professionally, has he? What's Forlong really done? Not like Herr Lewin. Herr Lewin has absolutely commanded with aplomb and really separated himself, I think, already showing and proving how powerful cavalry generals are. Oh wow, we've killed 20% already, and we haven't even hit them in melee yet. The Warg pack seem to have been killed off, which is good. Oh, Captain Zagthak's already dead. I'm going to get Gandalf out and ready to deal with the Mangonels. Oh, sorry, the Flame Wrangler. Much cooler name. You're welcome. Hey, have you watched that Arake Galudurathan guy? Nah, he's way too conceited. He absolutely loves himself. Yeah, I know, but he's nice enough anyway. I don't love myself. If you met me in real life, I am just an absolute classic lack of confidence kind of guy. And so it's only here where you have this sort of anonymity almost. You've seen me now, of course, and you all know me more than you did at the beginning of all of this. But there is still a level of anonymity. Oh, look, they're going for Gandalf. You jammy bastards. You're not going to get him. And even if you do, he'll come back all the stronger for it. I've seen some people say that we should defeat Mordor in this campaign, but in this one, I just feel like it would do it would be just wrong to cheat delete Mordor, because not only is Mordor the Reunited Kingdom's
thrown his life away.
What?
Perhaps our chances of victory with it.
No way! Oh my god! Oh my good god! Gandalf, I was just talking about you. How did you? Oh my god! Oh no! Oh, at least he does come back as Gandalf the White. That one's less heavy hitting. Someone pick up his staff and use it. Quick! Alright, stop that lot bloody running off. And then form positions. Oh dear, and I've run the... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Somehow our cavalry archers have come over here. Don't ask me how. And the Cardinal Riders have been engaged as well. And they're running off to they're dead. 37 plays 14, and we've lost Gandalf. Now, we've only lost Gandalf himself. His company is still alive, and his company is still very good. And the Flame Wrangler now only has 2 people, so it can't fire anymore. What was I saying before Gandalf died? Can't really remember. Let's have a look at the staunch Dwarven boys. Mountain Orc Hunters is a good match against Sons of the Fallen. That's probably quite a cost-efficient use of them. Why don't you guys get involved? Melee them. What the hell? Oh, that Warg Pack didn't die. Why didn't that Warg Pack die, guys? I expressly commanded you to kill the Warg Packs. Oh, there's a Goblin band over there doing sod all. Another enemy general is gone. Good, 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 good. And then we should then...
something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Oh dear, we are taking a loss, aren't we? Oh, this the fecking wolves, isn't it? It's the fecking wolves. I was sure that Goblin band would run away as well, and they've not. Come on, Halbarad, rally the men. Rally the men in Gandalf's place. Right, we've got to try and get some mass routing to kick in now. There we go. It's the only way that we're going to turn this. Someone killed that Warg Pack yet? The dwarves aren't going to run away, whatever happens. So we've got them. There we go. Starting to get the line to break now.
The enemy army flees. For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way.
Look at that. Look at that.
It remains as such.
How absolutely rubbish. Just when you're worrying that your army's going to die, you remember that you're up against goblins.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
And they run away. If the sun goes behind the clouds, they run away. Cowards, a lot of them. Get out there and capture them. Gandalf, get out there and capture them. Just keep chasing them, just keep chasing them. They never come back into the fight if you're chasing them. What's actually still fighting them? What have we got to contend with? Just the Blackpick Habits. Oh, they're running as well. Right, archers, give all you've got. Got some Goblin band over there that's not routed yet.
Behold how our
cowardly
foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
86%. Is that really all of our generals? Cavalry. There's armies everywhere. Alright, it takes Gandalf about 15 turns, I think, to come back as Gandalf the White. The White, Jess would tell me. There's a T in that word, you know. It takes Gandalf around 15 turns to return as Gandalf the White. So we've got a little bit of time. But when he does come back, he comes back with an even better bodyguard. So there is a school of thought that, in fact, if this game was released right now, and Reddit is my primary source of reading other people's opinions in life at the moment. If this game came out right now, and was the talk of the town and was the Total War game to be playing at the moment, Reddit would be awash with people telling you, kill Gandalf the Grey because Gandalf the White's so much better.
Let all who remember this day remember it as the day of our
Rangers.
most glorious victory.
That would be the play as the Dunedain. It would be, people would be on there saying, oh, the Dunedain are so hard. How do you play as the Dunedain? And almost everyone's top comment would be, make sure that you kill Gandalf off early, because the quicker you can get Gandalf the White, the better. And then use Gandalf the White to wreck everything. That would absolutely be the meta, if you will. That would be what everyone suggests you do. And Even in the small circles that Dac still is spoken of, primarily on its own Discord, killing off Gandalf the Grey and making him white is still considered one of the optimum ways to play the Dunedain. I haven't seen anyone suggest that you should keep the Grey version.
Honor, victory, my lord. Our courage and honor have conquered.
Gandalf was so overcome with the terrible news of the loss of Aragorn that he tried to take his own life. But no, Eru Ilúvatar stepped in and said, "Oi, what the hell do you think you're doing? Suicide? No thank you. Get back there and save the Free Peoples like I asked you to." Oh, Imrahil's got a wife. Erebor falls. Snow Orc Dominion. What's going on in the world? We are the most advanced faction. Thank you very much. Brawler's Pick, get rid of that. Beast Cage, on your way. Guard Barracks, Toodaloo. Don't need your archery range. Don't need your Wild Breeder. But we will keep the rest because we are going to keep Zag-Kala. The aim here is to turn this into a little bastion of money-making potential because the goblins won't come at us from the north because they have to walk through Imladris to do that, and there's no way they're walking through Imladris to do that.
Yes, your orders, my lord.
So I think I might leave behind Hanon, the conqueror of Dunlarak, because he'll give the...
Yes.
Oh god, even with Hanon. No, it's alright, it's alright. So try and convert the population as quickly as you can, Hanon. There's only 3,000 people left. You and your 23 guards.
Yes,
I believe. Let's leave the Breland militia with you as well, actually, just in case.
Your orders, my lord.
With honor, this tower will keep vigil over the land.
Hello, Captain Nagher. Right, we need more troops. We need more troops now. Fennis, what were you on to? Training, but not on the way. Ostsul. Got a while before you come. Take the Cardlani. Get them on the front lines. Who are you? Haldan.
I respect you.
Haldan, would you mind buggering off? Because you're really putting a dampener in my plans.
My lord.
Oh dear, Angmar's reached Bree.
We can go no further today.
Here we are worrying about Matraith, and Bree's about to fall.
Marching to war.
Oh, the Ardenaim have attacked... the Angmarim have attacked the Ardenaim. What a world we've made. What a creation. Right, in one turn we're going to get 2 more troops there, which is brilliant. And it's now building a Dunedain war camp, which is good, because we've got 40% Dunedain culture. So Barad and Ned's all right. Enedwaith haven't pushed onto Kirithior because they know they can't take it, the cowardly bastards. Let's swap out some of this trash you're training for some actually good units, particularly the Penithgelian Cavalry. More of those, please. Particularly against Enedwaith. Enedwaith is another nation, like Mordor, that really struggles dealing with cavalry. They don't have an answer to cavalry. So the more that you can get, the better you are. Of course, every faction has 1 or 2 units that deal with cavalry. But if you compare them to, like, Isengard, for example, who almost every single unit in Isengard's roster is designed to counter cavalry to some degree. They even have hidden bonuses behind the scenes that make even their standard infantry better against cavalry than you might think.
Yes.
So they are a very good anti-cavalry faction. Now up here, Angbor should have free upkeep, and yes, he does. Have you got a town hall or some such? You haven't even got a town hall. Oh no, we've got a stone circle. There we are. 2 free upkeep. All right, take another unit and just sit on them. Might as well build a farm. Let's try and get some money in these backwater places. All right, we're turning our attention here then. As I say, we are abandoning this place. We are burning it to the ground. Everything is going to be destroyed. We're taking the money and we're running. We are going to get Boromir and Faramir back to Feng'Gador, and we will hold their...
Your orders, my lord.
Oh, God, no, we're not. They can all move further than us. All right, what we're going to try and do is cheat it, I think, and offer up what I like to think of as a sacrifice. 19 of you are going to serve your king even now, I believe. Are you besieging Minister? You bastards.
Orders.
You lucky bastard.
Your will, my orders.
Right, hop across.
Yes.
Go and stand next to him.
By your command.
Give him something to think about. I'll leave just whatever you've got. Just send whatever you've got. Instead, there'll be training stuff. Penithgelian Cavalry. Even the trash will do now. Just send everything. Fire everything! Oh dear. And I was going to sail this army up. Where's our ship? Admirals are normally at the bottom. Did I disband it? Oh, it's not looking good, is it? Admiral Bymeldir! Oh, you're all the way over there. Oh, because you were going to send troops from there. Right.
Set sail.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, we're going to send them north. If Fanrelon falls, Fanrelon falls. Far more important problems with Mordor.
I will not waste words on you.
Bredil. Prep an army. Pelagia, you must be able to train troops. Alright, train them for your own defense. And chucking a Dundine barracks. Where did we get all this money from? Oh, destroying Mordor's buildings. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you need to get north, and you need to get north sharpish. Kanda coming up that southern front as well.
Ships cannot go there.
Oh, you're awful. Absolutely awful. Right, oh, I didn't move the army.
Your orders, my lord.
Yeah, the plan here is that the fort
Yes, my lord.
will delay the enemy. They might even target it. Hurin was
Your orders,
ignored,
my
so
lord.
Hurin can keep going west.
Yes.
And so we can at least... Minas Ithil, or the Ivory Tower, is not going to fall. With Hurin collectively, with all of these forces and the troops we've got coming up, we will have reinforcements. We will be able to push out. Remember, we destroyed everything in Barad-dûr.
I'm gonna stick you.
Oh, can we cheese
Yes,
it? Are you all going to judge me if I cheese it? You are, aren't you?
Like this.
You are, aren't you? But I'm going to do it anyway. We must use our enemies against them. Map info? No, they're not happy with that.
The
Oh,
answer
jog
is
on,
you
friends.
speak of something more.
I can't give you anything more. How can you not want that? I don't have any money.
We must we welcome words of wisdom.
My lord.
Oh.
Impossible.
Alright, try and give them just the province. See if they'll just take it as a gift. What's your name? Beregrond. Why it does this has always dumbfounded me. Why would a diplomat be only be able to speak to one person per turn? I just don't get it.
Yes.
You are brave to seek an audience with us like
Now, I should be able to force them to accept this just by virtue of it being a gift.
We cannot refuse. You bring words with
It's because they didn't want the ceasefire, of course, of course.
Yes, my lord.
But I'd much rather it were in
Making
their
camp
hands.
here.
Even if that's how we do it, bit by bit, chip away Mordor and give it to Rune, and then smash into Rune. I mean, even that. Many people will say that is cheesy to a degree they dislike, but in this stage, we've been fighting Mordor for years. I'd cut off my arm if it meant we didn't have to fight Mordor anymore.
Ships
Don't
ready.
tempt me, Frodo! Right, Celefinnen.
Orders.
Oh, what's your name, sorry? Celefinmun, get in there. Halbrad, you are probably going to be attacked by this fellow. So brace yourself for that. I think we might be able to hold Fenestrin. Fenestrin, I built a garrison in you, did I not? Please tell me I built a garrison in you. Oh, no, I didn't. Bugger. Fenestrin is probably going to fall. I have no other troops in the north at all. Even the Bree militia will do. Just train anything you can train. What are you building? A grain exchange? Give me a moot hall after that. We haven't really been focusing on the infrastructure in the north, and we're paying the price for it. Alright, end the turn. Let's see what happens. I'm mostly interested in Khand attacking Fanrelond, if I'm honest. I don't think Harad will be able to win. With the
I will not waste words
city on our side, we'll easily take that, I think. Also, I think you've got more than enough troops to deal with
Your
End of
orders,
Wife.
my lord.
This southern force will head out at Tharagrondos and we'll start pushing north that way, I think, to try and level our lines. And Cerethior will just hold until we've taken Balorn, and then we'll work out what to do next.
Your will, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, that's a lot of Blackroot Vale. Oh, I will take those 2 Pinneth Gelin, yes, please. We're not bothered with them. Use that money somewhere else. Much better served used elsewhere. Yeah, you're training a garrison, so that's fine. Nothing in Netherland. Right, let's see what they do. Brace for impact. Oh no, we want to make sure Boromir gets out. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, everyone. Cross everything. And wait. Watch and wait. Come on, Boromir. Come on. Many of you mentioned yesterday that whilst... Well, not many of you, but someone commented on the video yesterday or last time or whenever it was, that whilst Boromir and Faramir may not have surnames, they are of the House Hurin-Ionath. But that's such a mouthful, and isn't, their surname. So it doesn't really work, but they are of the House Hurin-Ionath, which just means descendants or children of Hurin. Hurin, not the one who's currently of the keys that we've been discussing, who's wandering around Mordor, but the first steward, Hurin of Emun Arnon. He eventually the stewardship became hereditary, and he was the first, so they're descended from him, and thus they all most, if not all, the stewards take the name Hurin-Ionath because they are all of his house. All right, in a change to the program, we are going to fight some Haradrim. Did I just save it? Yes, good. Well done, me. Right, Sufyan He's got 2 units of cavalry, which is going to not help him in any way whatsoever. He has got the warband, but more importantly, he's got the pikemen. They're going to be a bit of a bother. But we've got archers, both of our 2 archers, in fact, and we've got Haven Guard. I welcome your attempts to push into the city with cavalry against Haven Bloody Guard. We will hold them here. Oh, we've got the wonderful towers that actually do loads of stuff. And then we've even got this is the battle map where there are towers in the town square as well. This is such a good battle map. Absolutely love this one. Alright, we will leave you on the wall, I think. Oh, no, they're sending people on towers. Oh, God, no. There's no point just watching you die. Go to where the towers aren't going to be and shoot at them. I don't think there's any point defending the square. We need to capitalise on the towers. So we need to defend down here, basically. Now, they have to come this way. So what we will do is exactly that. You will form up here. You will form up away from the gate. Actually, if you pull even further back, we need to create space as usual for the... Yeah, go on. Bring that ram down. Go on! No, you're not bringing it down if you're missing that.
The enemy have ladders at the walls. Repel the attackers. Give them steel.
Why are you wasting your shots with arcing shots as well? Shoot things that you can actually shoot at. Well, the ram didn't go down, but the towers are doing well. 10% of the enemy's dead already.
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
Oh, bugger.
The enemy's ram has breached the gates.
Alright, we got the general out, which is important. Right, Haven Guard, now is your time to shine. The general's got himself out. You're in defensive mode. You're in defensive mode, and you may fire at will. The towers are still ours because we are near them. So you don't have to be actually up on the wall to get the benefit of towers. Are you sneaking past me? No. Are you able to shoot through this building? Oh, good.
Victory will be ours.
What was that thud we just heard? There we go. Hit the pikeman. Hit the pikeman. Yeah, this is an easy win. 50% plays 10%. And look at our glorious boys in blue. Go on. Show them the strength of Dol Amroth.
The enemy general lies dead.
Ah, and the cowardly enemy general's already had his head cleaved from his shoulders. Captain Sufyan, we will send your head in a nice little neat package down to the coastline and deliver it to the admiral that sent you here, so that he is aware and he bears the guilt of your death. Fire whatever you like. They don't have enough. They just don't have enough men to force their way through with their bodies. Bastards. Yeah, off you run, you cowardly shills. On your way, sirs. 34 men, 497, 146 Nimino Mariners, 38 upgrade up. There are only 23 of them. That means they almost killed 2 men each. You can't ask more than that, can you? You have to look at your army and you have to say to yourself, hey, you can't ask more than 2 kills per man. It's the best you're going to get. You have to deal with that. You have to take that on. You put that in your stride and you take it. That is our top notch. I think a kill tally of 2-1 for your general's bodyguard is good. You can't get better than that. It's good.
Honorable, glorious victory.
Methrast is free and the fortress on the promontory of Belfalas retained in our control. No one was attacked, which means Boromir has made it to Fengador. Thank goodness for that. Mordor doesn't know what to do about Rune taking over a province in their land, and they've stopped besieging our city, but Khand has decided now's the perfect time to come and be a bloody pain in the arse again. So we'll see what happens there.
Your orders,
but Boromir, if you would, return to Fengador. I don't really want you to just sit there and do nothing, but I just don't know what to do with your forces.
My lord. Yes.
Right, those ones of you that weren't very good, they can go back now. Can they be retrained? They can, apparently. You are building a barracks. Good, good, good. You don't. Oh, you can get a royal barracks up and running. You don't even have a carpenter's hut. Oh, God's above. Are the 2 turns that's... No, because you're not going to make that less than 2 turns, so might as well just try and build that. Might as well just try and build that.
As you wish. Your corpse will be thrown to the dogs. By your command.
Right, they should be able to hold that Candish force off, I would have thought. Ah, that's where Eldarian is. Eldarian, it is with a heavy heart that I have to inform you that you are now the High King of our people, and who is now our faction heir. Boromir's our greatest general. You know it, Boromir. Who's the heir now, though? He does have his own son. Oh, he's only 3. It's going to be someone totally random, isn't it? No one in that line, which is interesting. So we have to drop down. There. Ranger Captain Morfinian. Ranger Captain Morfinian is the adopted son of Imrahil. Yeah, because Corridor and Istvan are Imrahil's blood children. What? Of all the candidates, all the people it could be, it's the adopted son of the adopted general of the adopted son of the steward, who, because of reasons to make the Reunited Kingdom work, is currently listed as the brother of Denethor rather than the son of him. That's just so strange to me. Why not Camardir? Camardir is... Oh, no, but then Bornivan, sorry, I think was also adopted. I don't think we have any. Eldarian and Paladin are the only blood relations to Aragorn, basically. Because he didn't have any daughters either. Hervigild's dead. Arahad is dead. Arahad might have been a blood son, but I don't think Bornivan was. Anyway, Eldarian's in East Osgiliath, and there he will stay because he's got a bigger bodyguard now, so he's a good defensive unit.
Yes, my lord.
So how do we best push? Like, your army isn't actually very good, is it? Let's not beat around the bush here.
We'll make camp here. Orders.
Minas Morgul. What's the culture like in Minas Morgul? Oh, it's awful. Could do with your army being retrained. I don't just want to throw your lives away, but I'm aware that every second that we wait, Mordor grows in strength and power. If you could build me a war camp, well, let's at least... Oh, and let you an Elders Hall. Wouldn't say no to an Elders Hall. Have you got the highest tier building that you can build? Mason's Guild House. Master Builders. Mason's Guild House. Yes, you have. Good. And Elders Hall. What tier are you? Oh, yeah, 3rd tier. Yeah. That gives us more free upkeep as well. Yeah, that's a good construction selection. All right. Elsewhere in the world, what happened? Nothing at Fanwilond. They're still gearing up to cross the bridge, and they've realised they can't do it, so they are standing by. We will take those troops out. You don't need those two, though. I mean, you definitely don't need them. 2 territorial guardsmen. They're just going to die. He says, having trained territorial guardsmen. Go and stand in the fort, then. At least you're free. Well, you're free at the moment, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh, Enid Wythe, you cowardly chickens. What's happened here? All right, well, assemble the army. Let's get together, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen. Did any of you going to stay here? You're going to stay here as the sole governor.
Yes, my
The
lord.
rest of that army will move out. We'll go and start attacking Enid Wythe. No trouble, no dramas.
No fool.
Barrett
Send
and
your
Ed got its
emissary to
units.
me.
Its war camp's on the way. We didn't get attacked by Moria, did we? The cowards.
My lord.
You absolute pathetic. Every time I even have to think of them, I am disgusted at the mere mention of the goblins and their pathetic filth. And look at that, they've pulled away from Fenestruden because they're so cowardly. Absolute joke. Hello, Enid Wythe. Let me just scoot round you real quick. No, we should probably attack him. But that is not going to be for today because coupled with the intro, which I haven't even recorded yet, that's going to be enough for today, I think. So I do hope that you have enjoyed this episode. I do hope that in some small way you found... Oh, Knights of the Silver Swan? What? Yes, Lynn here. No, Lynn here. Don't train troops. That's a complete waste of everyone's time and money. Retrain, no trouble, but don't train troops. Anyway, I hope the intro did justice to Aragorn's death, to a degree. And I hope that you've enjoyed the episode and surrounding episodes and just everything about these episodes, really. I have been Araki Agala-Dirathan. You've been wonderful.
Yes, sir.
And until we speak again, dear friends, which will be a live stream this weekend, hopefully on the Saturday, but Jessica and I are planning things for the weekend, and depending on the weather, there might be a chance that the live stream this time might be on Sunday morning, so do watch out for that. But there'll be a live stream at the weekend, either on Saturday or Sunday morning, my time, which is Greenwich Mean Time. And until then, have a wonderful week, everyone. Do look forward to the Age of Empires video coming tomorrow, which I'm really excited to record because it was such a fun game. So there's an Age of Empires video coming tomorrow if you're interested in that. But otherwise, that's your lot. Nevair Neden Penamad Melonin. And farewell.